Hello everyone, welcome to Pabbly Connect, and in today's video we are going to learn how to log Stripe payments automatically in your Google Sheets for financial tracking. You use Stripe for payments, then manually adding all the data in your Google Sheets can be a very time-consuming process. So we are going to automate this process with the help of Pabbly Connect. We are going to integrate Stripe with Google Sheets, so whenever a payment is completed on Stripe, automatically data will get organized in your Google Sheets. Now if you want to learn how to complete this automation, then let me take you to my screen. Welcome to my workflow, and here I have created this automation by integrating Stripe with Google Sheets. So whenever a payment is completed on Stripe, its details will automatically get organized in your Google Sheets. Now before we begin the procedure of creating this automation, let me show you how it works in a real-time example, and for that let me take you to my Stripe account. And here I'm going to purchase this membership card. So I'm going to copy this URL and paste it in a new tab. Here I'm going to add all the details. So here I've added all my details as my email, my phone number, my card details, my name and my country, and I'm going to complete the payment. And here the payment is being processed, and once the payment is completed, all of its details will be added in our trigger setup as response B. So here, as we have received this response B 18 seconds ago, I'm going to see all the responses. And here we can see all the details that we added appeared here as demo user, my email ID, my phone number and all the other details. So now in our action setup, I'm going to refresh all the fields. And here all the fields have been added. Now I'm going to simply click on Save and Send Test Request. And here it says all the rows updated. So let's see whether it has added all the details in our Google Sheets. And here as we can see, it has successfully added all the provided details in our Google Sheets from our Stripe account. So this is how this automation works. Now to create this workflow, we have to visit Pabbly Connect's website, and for that open a new browser tab. In a new tab, enter the URL pabbly.com/connect and it will take you to the main landing page of Pabbly Connect. But first let me introduce you to Pabbly Community. This is the official Pabbly Community. Here you can get exclusive access to real-time updates, helpful resources and support from both team and fellow users. Here you can share your ideas, ask questions and discover latest features using Pabbly applications. So join the Pabbly Community today. Now we are back to Pabbly Connect's main landing page. Here we get two options for sign in and for sign up. If you are an existing user, click on sign in, and if you are a new user, click on sign up for free. As I'm an existing user, I'm going to click on sign in and then I'm going to access Pabbly Connect. Here we have arrived on the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Now to create a new folder, click on this plus icon here and then it will ask you to provide a folder name. So here I'm going to name it as Log Stripe Payments automatically in your Google Sheets for financial tracking. Then you have to select a parent folder and then simply click on Create. And your new folder will be created. Then to create a new workflow, simply click on Create Workflow. And then you will get two workflow builder options. First one is new beta version, which is modern, faster and more flexible. And another one is classic version, which is stable and has a familiar approach. Today we are going to select new beta version. And here I'm naming it as Log Stripe Payments automatically in your Google Sheets for financial tracking. And then select your folder and click on Create. A new workflow has been created successfully. Now it will redirect us to our workflow. Here our first module is Trigger. So in this trigger setup, whenever we choose a trigger application, so whatever trigger event we choose will create some ripple effects as action event. So here I'm going to select Stripe as my trigger application, so that whenever a new event, that is payment, is completed, it will automatically create the action event as adding all the details in your Google Sheets. So here I'm going to connect my Stripe account, and here it has provided us this webhook URL. Now here it has provided us some guideline steps to follow, such as sign in your Stripe account and navigate developers page. So here I have signed in my Stripe account, and here as you can see in the last left corner we get this developers page. Click on it and then navigate webhooks. Here we get a list of previously added webhooks. To add a new webhook, simply click on Add Endpoint. And here you have to provide the webhook URL that we received from Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to copy this webhook and paste it here. Like this. Now you can add a description if you want. I'm going to leave it empty as it is not needed. Now it is asking events on your account or events on connected accounts. So here I have selected events on my account, and then I'm going to use this current version, and here we have to select event to listen to. Here it says select event drop down, choose checkout session completed. I'm going to navigate checkout and then I'm going to choose checkout session completed. Now I'm going to simply click on add endpoint to finally add the endpoint, and here our status has been enabled. That means Stripe is successfully integrated with our Pabbly account. Now it says capture webhook response button below, and it will change to waiting for webhook response. So here it is already waiting for webhook response. Now to provide a response we have to complete a payment to receive payment details here. Then I'm going to click on payment links, and then I'm going to buy this membership card. So copy this URL and paste it in a new tab. Now I'm going to complete this payment for membership card by adding all these details. So first I have added my email ID, then I'm going to add a dummy phone number, and then I'm going to add dummy card details, and then I'm going to provide a dummy card holder name as test user. I'm going to select my country as India, and I'm going to complete the payment. And our payment has been processed. It says thanks for your payment. A payment to Stripe will appear on your statement. So now after that we have completed this payment, I'm going back to my Pabbly Connect's account, and here as we can see we have received this response 8 seconds ago. Here it says checkout session completed, and it has added all these details as our phone number, our name and our email ID that we provided while completing the payment. So now we are going towards our action setup to integrate it with our Google Sheets. We are going to click on this plus icon to create action setup. So here after completing our trigger setup, we are going towards our action setup, and here we have to choose action application. So as we want to organize all our data in our Google Sheets, I'm going to select the action application as Google Sheets. Now we have to search for event as new row, and then I'm simply going to click on connect. It has given us two options, either to select an existing connection or to add a new one. So I'm going to show you how to add a new connection with your Google Sheets. Click on add new connection and then simply sign in with Google and provide all access and click on continue. Then we have to select the sheet that we want to work with. So here I'm going to select the Stripe payments sheet. And then we have to map the details. Mapping is different than manually typing all the details, because in mapping, rather than typing all the data manually, we insert the data that we have received from our previous step. So whatever payment details we have received from Stripe, we are going to map it here. Firstly, we are going to map the name field. So here I can see I have received data object customer details name as test user. So I'm going to map it as my name. Then as email, I'm going to select this email address like this, and then I'm going to add the payment method. So here as we can see, data object payment method type as card, and then I'm going to add status as checkout session completed, and lastly I'm going to add the amount. So here as we can see, data object total amount, so I'm going to add the amount, and then I'm going to simply click on save and send test request. And here as we have received the value, it says updated columns 5, updated cells 5. That means it has successfully. That means our Stripe account and Google Sheets has been integrated successfully, and it has sent all the data in our Google Sheets. So now let's check in our Sheets, and here as we can see, it has actually added all our data in the Sheets automatically. So this is how you integrate Stripe with Google Sheets. So whenever a payment is received, its details get automatically organized in your Google Sheets. Now, To create this automation, you can follow the procedure as I've shown in this video. And once the automation is completed, you have to go back to your workflow and save it from here. And once the workflow is updated successfully, you are good to go. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you for watching. Not only this automation, you can create multiple such automations with the help of Pabbly Connect. Now, if you have any doubt, you can email us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can visit forum.pabbly.com, and if you have any pricing related issues, you can visit our website given over here. So what are you waiting for? Sign up today and try it for free.